Last week on Fat to Fit, we met the 4 brave participants.
Always been my dream to be thin.
Heidi was involved in an accident,
I landed on my right knee.
and the ladies took to the scales and attended their first training session with Daniel. Coming up on this week's episode, we see how they do at their second weigh-in. We look at diabetes.
In Gibraltar, we have a high percentage of diabetes.
Michelle gets to grips with boxing. And the girls talk Christmas. Back in 2014, 4 very different women decided to embark on a journey which would hopefully change their lives forever. Join Heidi, Leanne, Michelle and Annalise as they take on the biggest challenge of their lives. We get up close and personal and experience their highs and lows
It's way harder than I thought.
as they face the scales in a bid to shed the weight and get healthy. We highlight some of the medical conditions that can arise from being overweight,
I would probably predict at least one of them would develop type 2 diabetes.
Welcome the 4 ladies back on stage, please. And finally, find out whether they truly have gone from fat to fit. It's now been 5 weeks since the girls began their training, and things seem to be going well. But as we enter the pre-Christmas celebratory parties, have they managed to avoid piling on those extra calories?
Christmas parties, everybody asks you, why aren't you eating? Well, I'm trying to cut down. And then sometimes some of the parties, the food is pre-ordered. So I have to go through, well, not go through, I sit there and I think, I can't eat that, I can't eat that.
We've been probably in the Christmas mode for a couple of weeks now as far as parties are concerned. I went to a party on Friday, on Saturday, I've got one today, one tomorrow, then one the next Friday. So that's sort of 5 in a row. And it's difficult, it is difficult. I think, in fact, we went to the Fit Body party last Friday and we went to the Gabode, and obviously, as you know, the Gabode clearly has lots of yummy ham and cheese and etc.
So, chorizo and brown bread and
I'm
stuff
not
like that.
eating any of it,
And none of
okay?
us can eat it.
So Michelle and I sat there and resisted, ended up rather hungry and had to order some more grilled chicken. But we managed, we behaved, we didn't have any alcohol, we were fine. I think anyway, for me, it's with the diabetes, I've got that control as well.
It's the worst time, especially when you go out and you want to have a drink. I mean, that's for me is the worst thing. I like having the odd glass of wine or a sherry, and I limit myself to one. And I have as well a mojito without the sugar, which is a killer because it's pure alcohol. And I had 2 on one night, on a night out, and in the morning I had a splitting headache. But that, I've been told that the calories in a mojito without the sugar are not too bad, but it tastes a bit rubbish.
I've got one on the 17th, another one on the 20th. So I've already chosen my menus. So I've been good. I've just salads and grilled swordfish and veg.
Now, with Christmas round the corner, how do the participants feel they will cope with exercising that self-control and stick to their diets?
I know it's going to be difficult. I'm not sort of a polvorones type person. I love chocolate, clearly. So those big boxes of Quality Streets and, Heroes, please keep them away from me, everybody.
I'm not going to be naughty. I'll carry on doing my normal diet as I've been doing, and yeah, I'll just have to say no.
It's going to be hard. It's really hard. Christmas is always hard. Obviously, not everyone wants to be limited. Family, they're backing me up on this. But if there's a polvoron, they're going to eat it. It's obviously normal. I think my weakness will be the polvorones, trying to stay away from them. The alcohol, I know how many calories. I'm not into alcohol. I'll prefer the soft drink. But obviously now I'm drinking water. So I will have the odd drink, maybe a ponche with Coke and lime. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Basically, it's just a matter of dropping the carbs and keeping on with my veg and meat and proteins, basically. So I can carry on having a normal Christmas meal with the veg and the and the pavo and the turkey and dropping the trimmings, obviously.
I'm dreading my house at Christmas because my family like all the porquerias, all the polvorones, all the nuts and fiambre. Fiambre is the worst. You know, one slice of revilla has 100 calories. One slice.
I'm just not sort of the potato person when it comes to the Christmas lunch. I'd rather have lots of gravy with my vegetables and a very little bit of meat. I suppose I may have to forego the gravy a little bit this year, but I'm sure I can still eat all the vegetables.
We all have ways of dealing with temptations. Michelle lets us in on how she's been dealing with her chocolate fixation.
And then last night, I've got to say, I was really tempted. In fact, I picked it up and everything, and I sniffed things to try and get the urge. I know it sounds completely ridiculous, but me quita el urge un poquito.
Michelle starts her week off with some one-to-one boxing with Daniel.
So what are we doing today? You're going to kill me?
The boxing. See how it goes.
Okay. I'm good. I'm ready to punch.
This is Michelle's weak point.
Yeah.
Just a three. Right, throw the arm, you throw it a lot harder than if you just go like this. And if you throw, it's the same principle.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah. One thing I do feel about this training is that you feel so much stronger physically and mentally. I feel anyway, much more able to cope with things that maybe would have bothered me more before don't bother me so much anymore. I'm in control of everything, and I feel strong, not only physically, because we're really strong. The exercises that we're doing are building up our muscles, toning everything, our core, our arms, our backs, but mentally, much stronger than I've been in a long time.
Okay? Yeah. Ale?
We all go clothes shopping, whether it's just for necessity or just because it makes us feel good. But sometimes we take it for granted how difficult it can be for those of a larger build, something the girls are quick to highlight.
I think the society presents a false image of the average woman. If you go to sales, the majority of clothes that are on sale are size 8 and 10, not size 14 and 16.
It is difficult sometimes shopping. Online shopping, we get better. Really nice dress, size 16. No, I won't fit into that. 20. And when we go downtown shopping, it's either Evans or BHS or St. Michael's, which go up to size 20. But places like Wallace, Topshop, and Oasis, never. I've never been into those shops because I know there's nothing for me, and I would like to.
It's all a size 0. You won't see an advert of a big girl there. It's ridiculous. Everyone thinks the perfect size is size 0. And everyone will look at the size of the person and not who the person really is.
Have you had trouble in the past finding clothes?
Yeah, a lot, James. When I hit the biggest I've ever been, which was a size 24, 26, the only shop here in Gibraltar was Wallace, and Wallace is considered for older women. I was only 18, 19, 20. And when I used to go out with my friends, they used to dress with all those skirts, and I used to have jeans and just a baggy top.
Now, it's been a few weeks since we last spoke to Heidi following the damage to her knee. Being somewhat limited in training, she was hopeful that she would start to exercise like the others. We spoke to Heidi just after her visit to physio.
At the moment, I've just come out of physio now. She started taping me up. I've got to go every 2 to 3 days for taping. She is going to refer me to the specialist. I might need surgery. I might. She said that she didn't reckon the problem was so much the kneecap, but it was a meniscus and the cartilage. And it does swell up. I can't do cycling. I can't do running. But with the tape, the 2 days I had the tape on it, it seemed to be working. I was pain-free for 2 days, but as soon as the tape came off, it started to blow up and back to square one. It is, because I can't join in with my friends. Obviously, they're doing star jumps and I'm just stuck on boxing.
Now it's time for Daniel to run us through how to perform some simple exercises in Dan's workout tips.
Okay, so today's exercises of the week will be star jumps and lunges. So we're starting with the star jumps. The star jumps are a good cardio exercise to do. It involves a little bit of a jump, but nothing too extreme. So with the star jumps, just make sure before you start that you've got plenty of space around you. You don't want to be knocking into anything or hitting anyone once you do them. Feet side by side, okay, nice and upright, and all you're going to do is take your hands from beside your body. You're going to jump out to the side, lifting your arms up as high as you can above you and spreading your legs out, not too wide, just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Obviously when you're jumping, when you're going to land on your feet, just make sure you bend your knees slightly, don't jump out with stiff legs, okay? You want to help the body absorb the impact of you jumping back and forth, and you're literally just jumping up, opening your arms out, jump back down, bring your arms back down beside you, okay? The star jumps are a good cardio exercise. Again, it'll get the heart rate going, so it's a good one to do for those cardio lovers. The lunges, okay, so the proper way to do them, if you stand, feet side by side, okay, put your hands on your hips just for a bit more stability. Okay, you take a step forward and you drop down. Okay, when you're gonna go down to the floor, don't have your knee touch the floor, you'll end up with sore knees, okay, every time you do them. So all you do is you're looking at having both knees at a 90-degree angle, so you've got to take a big enough step forward in order to go straight down with your back leg, okay, and then you come back up. Try not to overreach with the lunge. You might go too far, and try not to make it too short that your legs are too cramped together. It's a good lower body exercise. It targets your calves, quads, hamstrings and glutes. Okay, it does work on your core as well to help you stay nice and stable and upright.